Live.
So we're live. All right. Give me a second. All right, pull out the pop out chat. Yeah, there we go. Now I can. Yep. Bonnie's already here. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Oh shoot! Forgot to do it. I forgot to turn my. Is there any way you can speak louder?
Well, see, my parents are in the bed. I mean, my dad's in the bed. My mom's in the office. Do I sound louder right now? I mean, if I sound louder, it'd be okay. But that's about as... Hello, Cookie. All right, so welcome to the first edition of the M24's podcast. This is my podcast show where we are going to be discussing any and every racing topic, whether it is, like, for example, we're with Top Series, or if it's like actual NASCAR events. We'll be discussing Tristan Allen series, night racing and other stuff in this podcast series. So I have two guests on tonight. The guests are not going to be on all the time. It's just I decided to have these two on since I had nothing better to do. So this is with my guest right now in the studio. We have Brandon G1824 and we have Top Dragster. Welcome to the studio, folks.
Hey,
thank you.
All right.
So Top, you're already here?
Yeah, he's here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd pop in for a little bit. I'm getting a little more energy now.
Well, I wanted to and hello SD. But anyways, I want to go ahead, and one of the things that we want to discuss on this podcast, by the way, Top, does my mic sound okay to you?
Sounds like you're trying to give me ASMR, but yeah.
Well, I'm trying to talk quiet because my dad's in the bed, but I really can't talk that loud. But anyways,
pretty good mic actually.
Yeah, I know, $50 is one heck of a way for a mic. Anyways, so right now, for Top Dragster, his up-and-coming music artist series and his... Hello there. So his up-and-coming music artist series and Little Nightmares nationwide series type deal.
Yes, sir.
And hello, Mark. Could you give us a little insight on the music artist series, please, if you don't mind?
No problem. So let's see. So far, I myself have got, I believe, about 7 or 8 cars in the game now. I know that Zero has done a few, so I'd say we're maybe around 12 or 13, if I had to take a rough guess, completed. So still got a long way to go, but I'll be able to complete some of those this week while I'm away. And we'll see how soon we can get that going, but just be patient. Might not start for a little while, but we'll try and get started as soon as possible for you.
Alrighty. So you have it there first, folks. From what I think some people want to know if they don't know already, how many races are in the music artist series, and how many races are in the Little Nightmare series?
I have the answer to that.
I mean, I
actually was the one that created the schedule for the music artist series.
All right. Well, we just need the answer, for the music artist and the Little Nightmare.
Wait, no, I'm an idiot. No, never mind.
Yeah, that was a Little Nightmares thing you made. That's 14 races, and the music artist series is going to be big season. It's going to be 20. I've been debating on whether or not to have a chase. I am still on the side of not having a chase.
Wow, that's pretty interesting there. I guess the TRN group itself may help you out on that. I'm not very sure on that yet.
Well, I will say, if there is going to be a chase, it will be 2004 to 2013 style. No elimination rounds.
I
Oh, thank
prefer.
God.
Yeah, I don't think the elimination would work out very well because if if you ask me, elimination stuff it's good for stop motion series, not really NR, because NR, all you got to do is just dominate everything pretty much.
Yeah,
Because
but
NR is just it's kind of a weird setup. I mean, if you think about what happened in I know I'm not letting you talk right yet, but sorry about that. But you think about like your Powerade series where the 22 had 3 wins, pretty much dominated the season.
didn't win the title though. He
That's what I'm
didn't.
saying. But if you had maybe an elimination style thing, he might have won the title. Probably, he more than likely would have won the title
Hmm.
because he had that win like right there at the end of the season, pretty much. So it would have bumped him up quite a bit.
Maybe, but at the same time, he was leading at the second to last race and had to pit for fuel and finish
That
a
really
lap
screwed him
down
up.
pretty far down the order.
True, but I mean, if you went by like maybe the truck series style, like 2 elimination rounds, I mean, he'd have locked himself in pretty much.
Most likely.
I'm not
So
really a fan. I used to like it a lot, but I'm realizing how unfair it is to some drivers. The elimination style chase.
yeah, it's a little unfair on some things, but anyways, um,
I don't think it was fair to obviously Jeff Gordon. I don't think it was fair to Dale Earnhardt Jr. Wait, no, wait. Who was it? Um, I
That's
can't
a
remember.
good question.
now
Right, I don't think it was who was the driver? I can't remember.
I
All
know
right, it wasn't fair to Carl Edwards in 2015.
you mean 2015 or 2016?
15,
15, okay.
because Edwards made the final round in 2016.
Yeah, but I think what would have been, I think what needs to happen maybe, and now we can jump over into actual NASCAR. I think what if they wanted to do an elimination style thing, um, just eliminate the guys that actually don't do crap, but the guys that rack up enough points, they're okay. Not this win and you make it into the next round. No, just go
I
by
like the
points if you're
idea
gonna
of
do it.
stage racing. That, in my opinion, is one of the better things NASCAR has done recently.
Yeah, well, half the fans might disagree with you. I agree with you. It's a good thing, but I don't know. Fans just, I mean, they were constantly whining and complaining about.
You can NASCAR fans are I believe the type of fans you can never satisfy.
Yeah, because NASCAR fans, they were asking for, no more long green flag runs. Well, now they got it, and they're complaining because there's no green flag runs.
And also they're complaining about the inconsistency with debris cautions. So NASCAR can't really be consistent
Hello, Michael.
with that, because if they want to be consistent, they always have to do one or the other.
Yeah, and
I
let's see.
I would have to agree with Brandon on the fact that NASCAR fans are rather difficult to please.
No,
Now,
impossible, please.
uh,
You can never please them.
the thing that I mean,
I mean, 99% of people are loving the new Camaro.
I
But
love it.
there was the one person that said, well, it breaks your tradition because NASCAR is supposed to have four-door sedans in it, and they broke that. It's
Well,
like, okay.
I mean, if you really want to break that rule, I mean, Ford can pull out that crappy little thing they call a Mustang, but what's Toyota to pull out?
Not much.
I mean, they really don't have like upscale, sports car. They do, but at the same time, they don't mass produce it.
Right.
So that's why I think like it doesn't matter. I mean, Ford and Chevrolet, they both have sports cars, and
Well,
Chevrolet has a luxury car, so whatever.
speaking of Chevrolet, what do you guys think of the new Camaro for next year?
I love it.
Beautiful.
I love Camaros, and I mean, this is like up my alley right now.
These last few years, Chevy has turned out to, out of the three manufacturers, in my opinion, it looked kind of the worst. I mean, it looked good, but it looked, you know, the other two looked better.
I'll be honest,
Except,
I
except
think,
for like 2013, 2014, I didn't really like the Toyota, but from from 2015 onwards, they really improved it, how it
I'll be,
looks.
I'll be honest, out of like all the Gen 6 cars that we've seen, the different designs, I think like the one that was just stupid that they did, kind of, but I know they have to do it because of the car body design itself. But like the Ford Fusion, I mean, the major change with it was like the front grille. That was it.
And they also changed, I think, they changed the grill, and they changed another thing. I can't remember exactly what, but I know for a fact they changed something else.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't get them sometimes what they change, but
Yeah, I do think that Ford looks the best out of the three of the manufacturers.
and not for next year. I think Chevy got it all beat. I'm being completely
Oh yeah, the
honest.
Chevy looks really good for next year. It's gonna be really difficult now to
Like,
decide which one of the three are my favorites.
I'm gonna be honest. I think the worst. Oh, and Michael, we'll get to that in just a moment. But I think the worst thing that happened was whenever Toyota was allowed to unveil the 2018
Dodge
Camry.
already confirmed, I believe, that they will not be returning anytime soon.
Yeah, they did confirm that.
I
By the
think
way,
a new manufacturer could be Honda. They could join in.
I think the new manufacturer, if we get a new manufacturer, I believe the new one would be probably Nissan. And the reason I say that is because Toyota has been like the dominant Japanese car right now, and Nissan is their biggest competitor. So I think they would jump in. Honda, I believe. I mean, if Honda jumped in, I don't really want to see an Accord running around the track. There's too many of those things anyway.
Yeah,
I, I'd love to see like
could
maybe
actually.
I'd love to see like the GTR on track, maybe silver. Buick coming back? I don't think so because Buick is a General Motors product, and I don't believe that. Um,
Yeah,
they,
GM already has a Chevy there, so why would
yeah,
they put another one of their products when they already have
I mean
one there?
they did for a while. Pontiac and
I know
Chevrolet were both in
they had
there, so.
Pontiac in there for a while, but Pontiac's like bankrupt now, I believe.
And hello, Ethan. Yeah, Pontiacs they haven't made a Pontiac since 2007. So, dang, that's actually been 10 freaking years. Good God,
Yeah.
time flies. I swear.
Man,
So, yeah. By the way, one thing about this podcast versus the Draft Attack podcast is, like on Draft Attack, I forgot to make this clear. On Draft Attack, which we haven't done that in a while, we need to try to do something on there and make that channel great again. Anyways, um, no, the difference between Draft Attack and this podcast is the fact that, I'm in control of it. I can do I can free flow and do what I want. But like with the Draft Attack thing, you had to keep it in the guidelines that, the rules were set up by me, Top, Velocity. And, well, can y'all actually hear what they're doing back there?
I can't hear a thing.
Okay.
Aside from
Yes.
you.
So, yeah, like the rule boundaries, there's really none on this podcast. I do prefer though that you don't be in here like cussing up a storm. I don't care what you say, just don't be trying to cuss up a storm. That's my thing. Like if you're going on one of them rampages, you're gonna be kicked out of the podcast.
See you.
Well, so I mean, like Draft Attack. I mean, I'm not dissing on Draft Attack about we were too stuck up. No, we were actually pretty lenient on what we did on there, but this one, I mean, I'm gonna be extremely lenient. I don't really care. Just do what you want.
Sweet.
And plus, I mean, it's run by me, so everything's gonna be great. Everything's great. You like that, Brandon? Everything's great.
Brandon is silent.
I'm right here.
Oh,
No, you weren't saying nothing, but everything's great because Brandon's back.
I was here the whole time.
Everything's great. Brandon's talking again.
Everything's great.
I'm gonna do a segment on this podcast. Just everything's great. Like literally, just every wreck that happens. I swear, I think I'm just gonna do the everything's great kind of crap.
Screw you.
And Jimmy Johnson slams the wall really hard, but everything's great.
Jimmy
Move on to next
Johnson.
week.
I'm Jimmy Johnson. Boom. Into the wall I crash.
I'm Kyle Busch.
Oh,
Boo!
screw you.
If it's brown, flush it down. As you show a picture of Kyle Busch in a Snickers fire suit.
I'm Derek Cope. Boom. I
please,
actually exist.
Kyle, please don't wear a Snickers fire suit anytime soon.
Watch, like maybe in 2 weeks, he'll have his Snickers uniform on. It's like, oh crap.
He ain't running a Snickers card this week.
I'm saying like there's probably gonna be a few weeks before he does it.
Wait, what card is he? All right, he's running interstate batteries this weekend.
Okay, so in other news, Darlington's coming up, and we're already seeing our the throwback schemes.
Oh, do you think we should? Oh, crap. Do you think we should do a segment on this podcast? You know, a segment where you talk about the actual NASCAR events.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm gonna do. But you know, I want to do it like in a serious manner. But then I'm gonna do my joking manner stuff like usual. But like Darlington throwbacks are already being released, and Canadian Tire Motorsports Park throwbacks. Anyways, so every series is getting the throwback weekend in style. I just wish that the truck series would come down to Darlington. But besides that,
Actually, I think the only trucks that showed the throwbacks are
BK
the two Brad Keselowski racing trucks.
Well, I'm saying if they're gonna start doing it as well, you know, I want to bring everything back down to Darlington. But my thing is like they've
The
shown.
last time the trucks ran at Darlington was like 2011.
Yeah, believe so. But like if out of all these throwbacks that they have, I really don't know which one is the worst because none of them look bad this year. Like to be honest with you, like last year the worst ones. It was a tie. It was Kurt Busch's and Danica Patrick's. They sucked. And the year prior to that, it was
some drivers who didn't even run a throwback.
Yeah, I know, but I think like you know everybody's starting to realize, hey, this is pretty
I really
good.
liked I really liked how Jimmy Johnson ran the Dale Senior kind of throwback.
That wasn't a senior throwback.
What do you mean?
He forgot the pickles.
Wait, that wasn't a Dale Senior throwback?
Pickles.
I think I'll be honest with you. From what I understand, that was a David Pearson.
Hey, Mantran.
Yes, Top.
What's something you don't want to find you don't want the police to find in the trunk of your car?
Probably
Pickles.
I was gonna
The
say
answer is pickles.
I was gonna probably say like maybe crack, weed, blunts, or dead body.
I'll pick with Brandon.
Where went Brandon?
Oh, great. Now I need to stay for this.
This
is when I was about to go to bed.
Sorry. So, I mean, you can go to bed at any time. I'm not holding you back.
I don't want to be by myself.
Well, in other news, I myself am going back to Darlington. So, I will post a video later on my main channel. And if anybody is going to be going to Darlington, let's meet up, man.
Do it.
I met Greg Rowland last year. A nice kid. Enjoyed talking with him. Got him to laugh. Pretty much for the rest of the night, what he told me, he kept thinking about what I said and then went back and started laughing at it. I don't make people laugh, but when I do, it's funny.
I don't always make people laugh, but when I do, I prefer the risque jokes. Stay laughing, my friends.
I don't always make people laugh, but when I do, it's always 9/11 jokes. Stay falling, my friends. No, I'm joking.
Don't say kids references.
So, like, anyways, if you're gonna be in the Darlington area, um, I mean, like, not the area. You're gonna be in that area if you're going to the race. But if you're gonna be at the racetrack, I'll try to set up a time that I'll be down there. And yeah, we'll try to meet up probably at the Fanatics tents because at least there it's in a pretty open place. But I mean that's like a normal meetup here. What the heck was that?
Brandon
Oh, okay.
messaging.
That ain't that big a deal. But yeah, if you're in the Darlington area, yeah, I'll make a video. But yeah, we'll try to meet up. It's kind of funny, like most of the people that will probably be at Darlington. I mean, I associate with, I'm great friends with, but like most of the people that most of my friends that I talk to on a regular basis or whatever, I ain't met yet. It's kind of funny. So,
Not met anyone yet.
well, I mean, I think. Well, I know you're here, Mark. I can see you. Anyway, I think probably the few people that I want to meet up with, but I haven't yet, is like Tyson, Top, and Velocity, and Brandon. And that's
You
nothing
haven't met
against,
Tyson yet?
yeah, that's nothing against everybody else. I'd like to meet up with all of you. I'm just saying, like, I talk to these four on like a regular basis. I literally about met up with M&AN at Charlotte, and he actually went home after the rain shower, so I didn't get to meet
Hey
up.
guys, sorry about that.
It is.
For a minute.
It is all right. I believe I will wrap the stream up probably at 11, but don't worry. The actual podcast one, like I know this is the first podcast, but once I start getting in the swing of things, I'm pretty sure this podcast will be something that everybody will be watching. By the way, anybody watching right now, vote right now in the chat.
Let me go check.
Hold up. I mean, there's two people watching. I can see it myself. I'm on my desktop. But
I'm just gonna go check the chat.
All right. Well, for everybody that's watching this right now, the two viewers that are watching this,
Mark is here.
Yeah, I know Mark's here.
Yeah. If anybody still cares.
Yeah. Do you think I could be a great radio host?
Wait, hold up.
You'd be good at ASMR, that's what you'd be.
Well, I mean, I kind of have to stay quiet, like I said earlier. My dad's asleep. But
I was just saying, this is revealing another talent that you have to me.
okay, so right now I'm going to scratch
Can I
my
say
beard.
It's working.
This I know I said I was
why not?
podcast on my own, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
Well, don't worry, Brandon. You can be a guest on here anytime you want and discuss whatever you want on here.
I'm trying to join as much as I
I
could.
tried it before. Every time I try to start it, I'm able to set it up. Yes, Mark, I've tried it about 5 times. I can set it up, but whenever I press to like start the hangout on air, it just freezes and then the computer shuts off. I turn it back on. I try it again. The same thing happens. So until I get a new laptop, which is gonna take a while, doesn't look like it's gonna be happening for now.
All right. Another thing, since Mark's watching this and somebody else is watching it, I take it it's Brandon.
Yes. So sorry.
All right, it's fine. I don't care. You ain't gotta be sorry about it. But for like, this applies to everybody here. If you know somebody that's doing a series and they would like to if they would like me to actually talk about it on my podcast,
Does my series count?
Yes, it does, Brandon.
Okay.
Right. And
talk about that.
And Samantha LeBron was clicked into first place in stage 1.
Wait, what?
Tom Jones clicked into first place in stage 2.
What'd you say? I can't hear you.
You're gay.
Wait, what?
You're gay, Brandon. Can you hear me now? Switch to Sprint. You might actually hear something.
Sprint sucks.
You realize Boost Mobile is pretty good, and it's like Sprint. It's a cheaper version of Sprint.
I think we have like total wireless. It's awesome.
I use Metro PCS.
Yeah, Metro PCS is annoying on Twitter because they literally pop up in my feed, and I'm like, I don't care about you.
Hashtag ad block.
They're not annoying to me.
They literally messaged me and was like, when they messaged me on Twitter because of something I said, they're like, where do you live? Like, tell us. We want to fix our service. And you know what I told them?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I live nowhere. Classified. And they were like, oh, okay. And it's like different people run that same account. Mark, Boost don't suck down here. It's literally
speaking of
best service.
I still have to send the.
I remember when we were at the mall and like one of those salesmen
Let
were
me
like,
know at what time you want them.
they just you almost jump out at you like, hey, I want to sell you this, or and this guy jumped. This was a few years ago. It was my mom, my sister, and I, and the guy
so
jumps
quiet.
out at. I'm talking, Brandon. And the guy jumped, and the guy pretty much went over to my mom and said, "Hey, you're just the person I was looking for." I'm thinking, I'm not used to this, so I'm thinking, okay, this guy's obviously a stalker or whatever. But my mom, my sister just kept walking because they go to the mall all the time. They're used to it. I don't go to the mall that often, so I'm like, okay, this is a stalker here. And so my sister actually turned around and said, "I'm sorry, we're dying."
No, I would have done this if he'd have jumped out. You were just the person I'm looking for. I'd have said this. Well, you're just the person I wasn't looking for, and just keep moving.
I mean, that's what we did. We kept moving, but she just turned around and said, "I'm sorry, we're dying." Got the biggest kick out of it at the time.
I mean, like, I've been in malls, and nobody cares to jump out at you. They just literally sit on the chairs. I'm taking it up north. Y'all are just like bouncing off the freaking walls, trying to get people to buy stuff. Down here, we don't give a crap. Just buy it or go on.
I wish it was that way.
Like, I mean, I haven't been in some really, really big malls, but I've been in one of the bigger ones around here.
We were simply looking at another time where we were simply looking at some stuff and you could tell the guy just kept on hitting at us to buy the most expensive thing there.
Well, like, if somebody jumped out at me and was like, "You're just the person I'm looking for," I'm literally just gonna be like, "Well, because if it's a dude, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm not gay, so could you please just wait for the next faggot to walk by?" Or if it's a girl, to be like,
I don't think we have anybody watching.
It doesn't really matter. If it's a girl, I'll be like, yeah, not really in a relationship right now, unless they're like, then yeah, I'll be like, "Here's my number." Just get the kick out of them. They'll be like, no, I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about this product. I'll be like, I was talking about my product.
Well, you can definitely tell this.
You can tell it's drunk hour right now.
I'm drunk right now. Jeez. But I thought I'd join in.
Anyways, I'm going to end it here because if I keep going on, things are just going to get weirder. So, expect a podcast sometime in the near future. I will let everybody know when I'm doing another podcast. Hopefully this channel will flourish and continue to grow, maybe on to bigger and better things, but probably not. So thank you to my special guest for the night, Brandon G1824 and Top Dragster, because y'all are now in history. This is the very first official podcast. So thank you for just stopping in.
Thank you for letting me stay here.
All right. Well, to everybody, I am Mantron24. You can go check out my channel. Link is not in the description. If you were that lazy to not type it in, you have no life. I'm joking. Anyways, I'm too
I let
lazy.
the YouTube autofill do it for me.
Like, I'm too lazy to put a link in the chat, but you're not lazy enough to find my channel. Anyways, go ahead. You can go check out my channel if you're watching this and you're new to this channel.
They would probably whine in the chat, but they'd be too lazy to say anything.
Well, anyways, if you're new to this channel, go check out my main channel. I will start leaving the link in the description. So, yeah, go sub to Top Dragster, Brandon over here. They need some love. Maybe not Brandon. He doesn't need as much love as Top and me do. We're poor, helpless. Brandon, he's got his life.
I'm sorry.
Like Brandon, he's like really, really popular. Me and Top are just scrambling to get our heads out of the gutter.
My head's always in the
I'm
gutter,
sorry.
no matter what.
It's not my fault people subscribe to me.
It's not my fault. That's how Brandon says all the time. It's not my fault. It is your fault.
How is it my fault?
You created a YouTube channel. That's why it's your fault.
They have the choice to subscribe to me if they want to. I just make the videos for fun.
No, it's your fault because you made the channel. No, I'm joking around. Love to
I
have fun
started
here.
YouTube before you.
You had it like 2 days before me.
Wait, when did you start?
November 18th,
November
2015.
18th. I started on November. Well, you said 18th, right?
Yeah.
I started on November 11th.
2 days with some in the middle.
Not 2 days.
I just said with some in the middle. My God, are you deaf?
You guys.
Wait, Top. When did you start your first channel?
The first channel was actually created back in 2012.
Back in 20 what?
2012.
That's interesting.
And then it got up to about 120 something before. Well, yeah. But now,
Yeah,
boom! I
that's
created this new
TRN
channel.
history.
I created this new channel in, was it April?
I think it was in March. Let me go check.
Oh well, I'm just
Either way, I'm already at 156. You guys suck.
well. No,
Wait,
I
hold
don't.
up.
I'm just messing.
Yeah,
you guys
I
are good.
suck.
You started on March.
Subscribe to
You
these
started
two.
on March 23rd.
March 20. Okay.
All right. So, anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up because if we keep rambling, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and peace out.